Good morning students, welcome back to the next session of compiler construction. Well, in the previous class, in the previous session of compiler construction, we have already seen one example here. So this example is used, to verify whether the given grammar is LR of zero parsing or not. So this is how the example which we have seen, and we have seen some of the steps that has to be followed while performing LR of zero parsing. So here, these are the steps which we need to perform. Now this is the example which we have discussed previously in the last session. So this example, in that we have shown that the given grammar is satisfying LR of zero property. Okay, how can you say that? Because I said you that in parsing table, as here if you observe in the actions, there is no conflict here. There is no conflict of shift reduce or reduce conflicts. So because of that, the given grammar is LR of zero. So now we will be seeing another example here, and after getting this, after proving that the given grammar is LR of zero, we have taken a stack implementation here, and we have taken one string called ccdd, which is satisfying the given grammar under the LR of zero grammar. Okay, so after that, finally the last step is how we have did is about drawing a parse tree. Okay, so this parse tree, we have seen that how the parse tree has to be get drawn. How can you draw? With the help of the given stack. So this is my stack. If you refer the column 1, it has to be started from the in reverse order. You have to start from the last value, that is from E, and you have to go, you have to go in reverse order until you reaches to the last value, until you reaches to the terminal. So this is regarding the previous example. So today we are going to see another example. So you can see the first step, as I said you earlier. What is the first step? For example, now if you see, if you can observe clearly, so this is my given grammar, and what the grammar is, I have to verify whether this grammar is LR of zero or not. So there are two productions here. There are actually three production rules. What is that? E extends to T plus E, and E extends to T as another second production, and the third production is T extends to ID. So what I have to do, the first step is I have to perform augmentation. I have to make the augmented grammar. So what is the step of making augmented grammar? The step of the making augmented grammar is you have to take another start symbol. So I have taken another start symbol as E dash. Okay, and I have to replace the existing start symbol. So this is my start symbol, existing start symbol. So I am replacing this existing start symbol with the another new start symbol, which is E dash. So this is how finally I have made the given grammar as augmented grammar. Okay, so this is my first step. Now what is the second step? The second step is you need to draw canonical collection of LR of zero items. So as you know, in the previous example we have seen, so today also we'll be going to see that how this is going to be get performed. Okay, so what you can see, what are the grammars here? Just we need to list out this grammar. So here, what is that? E dash of E. Okay, and again, what is the next is E extends to T plus E, and again, what is the next thing is that I T. Okay, so you can take this T here also, or else you can take T here also, separately also. So I'm taking separately here, and finally what is that? T extends to ID. Now I said you that you have to perform, you have to draw the canonical collections of LR of zero atoms. So now a LR of zero atoms, how I should perform? I have to take here dot symbol. So in the first step, here I have taken dot symbol, here also I have taken dot symbol, and here also I have taken dot, as well as here also I have taken dot. So this is my first step, where the dot will be taken at the right hand side at the first position. So here I have taken for all the productions which are available for the given grammar. So I have taken here. So now all of this productions has been completed. So what I have to do is now I have to consider this as one state. Okay, So now the next thing is that I have to perform each production separately. So what is the first production here? E dash of dot E. So what I have to do, I have to move this dot to move E. I mean E has to move so that this dot should come after E. So in this way, E dash of, because E has not yet been visited, so here E has to be get visited, right? So here I am taking E dot. Okay. So E dot, after dot, is there any value? Neither there is terminal nor non-terminal. So it is to be get completed here only, because there is no terminal, neither there is no terminal nor any terminal. So that's why it is get completed here, this state. And from this state, after dot, what has to be read? First one is E, and E has already been readed here in this production. Okay, here E has been readed, and so that means you are opening E, and here T has to be open. So in the first one, so T has already been opened here. So in this way we are taking actually. First thing is that in the first production, if you observe here, E dash of dot E is there. So you need to read E. So here I am reading E. When I am reading E, there are two productions of E, right? What are the two productions? T plus E and T. So I have to read both the productions, T plus E and T. And when I am reading T, okay, in this after dot, in the second production, T is there. So I am reading T. So T dot ID here. Again in the third production, dot after the T is there, so again I am reading T of dot ID. So in this way the first state has been completed, and moving to the second state, first production, after moving dot here, there is no terminal. Okay, so that's why it is completed here. Now what is the second production? What I have to move now, in the second production, after dot, T is there. So here I am taking the second production, which is T. Okay, so here what I have to take here, E of T dot plus E, right? T dot E of plus E. So after that, here it has been taken. Now what I have to take further, what is there again? For T, another is also production is there, because there are two production for T, this one second production and third one. So I'm taking the same production, third production, in this one only, because it is taking for T only. So here E extends to T dot. Okay, so now is there anything else here? No, nothing is there here, right? So that's why it has to be completed. And here if I observe here, after dot, plus is there, but is there any production for plus? No. So that's why no need of taking again further. So here this state is completed now. Here it is T dot, E of T dot. Now what is the next thing is that what I have to read further, what is available now? What is available here? ID is available. Okay, ID is available, because in this ID is available. In the right hand side, what is available is ID. So here what I am doing now, I am just using ID. So when the dot will move in this production, the last production, T of ID dot. Okay, and this T of ID dot, so this is the final state, because after dot there is nothing terminal nor non-terminal, so it is the final state. Remember, all the final states except the first state will be referred for reduced purpose, but still we haven't completed so far. So here now what is the next state is that now plus is there here. So what is the next step? I have to use now plus, because in this one nothing is there. So what is the next thing is that plus. So here if I'm using plus, so that means what happens? E of T plus dot. Okay, plus dot E. Okay, plus E of E extends to T plus dot E. In this way you are writing. And similarly, so After dot, what is there here? E is there. So I have to read for E. So now for reading E, how many productions are there? How many productions are there now? There are 2 productions. Okay. So the same productions I have to take for reading E. So what is that? E of dot T plus E. Dot T plus E. From the starting onwards, E of dot T plus E. Again E of dot T. Okay. And again, what else is left now? What else? Because when I'm reading E, again what is there? After dot T is there. In this one also T is there. In the third production also T is there. So again I have to read for E. So again T of, what is that? Dot ID. Okay. So in this way, what I have got? I have got a complete state. Now there is nothing more production has been left over here. So this is my complete state. Okay. Now is there anything else? Yes. If you go in the first production here, the dot has to move, still it has to move here. So here by moving E, with the help of E, again it reaches to the production of E of T plus E dot. Okay. Now after dot, there is nothing is there here, so there is no need to read further any production. So here it is going to be get completed, right? And for example, if I want to read this one, if I want to read here, if you go with this one, T dot or ID dot is there. So that means what I have to move, if I want to move here, if you go with the second production and third production, if the dot will be moved after T, here in the third production also if dot will move after T, that means I have to use with the help of T. So you can imagine what it happens, it will reflect the same this state only, right? Because E of T dot plus E and E of T dot, so this is state only. So instead of writing in a separate state, I can use this state for this purpose. So when it happens when I'm moving T. Similarly, in the last production, if I'm moving dot after ID, that means it becomes T of ID dot. So here is already there here, right? So here I'm writing what? ID. Okay. So now nothing is left over now. So what we have to do right now is we have to name the state. So this is your canonical collection of LR of 0 atoms. So after having the states, we need to number the states. So initially the first state, I said you it should be a level order. So first is I am putting as I0, this is I1, this is I2, and this is I3, okay, and this is I4, and finally this is I5. What are the final productions here? The final production is this I5. What is this? E of T plus E dot. So I said you in the previous session, whenever production is final production, okay, because after dot if nothing is there for that, that production can be used for which purpose, which action? Reduce. So I am using this I5 for using reduce action. Similarly, I can also use this one also, T of ID dot. Why? Because after dot ID dot nothing is there, right? So I can use this one also for reduce purpose. Okay. And one more thing you can observe here in I2, this is your I2, right? This is your I2. In I2, the second production, if you observe the second production in I2, there is one change. What is that change here is that the second production is a final one, because after that nothing is there. So this second production also used for reduce purpose. So there are 3 productions which are used for performing reduce action, that is E of T dot, T of ID dot, and E of T plus E dot. Okay, so keep it in mind because this will be useful when you are creating the parts table. Okay, so in this way what you are doing is you are performing canonical collection of LR of 0 items. Okay, that is TSA. Now we have performed this one. Now what is the next step, which is a sub part of the second step is, see, there are productions are there. You need to leave the first production because this is, we as a user has been defined this, because this is what, like, we have defined, this is not the actual production, so we need to exclude this production. And apart from that, there are 3 actual productions, so we need to list out the numbers such as 1, 2 and 3. So here we list out 1, 2 and similarly as a 3. So in this way we are listing out. So that is the second step of I mean sub step of the second step. Okay, now the third step is you need to create the LR of 0 parsing table. And I said you that, okay, what I said you that whenever you are creating the parsing table, so there are 3 conditions which we need to observe here. So what are those 3 conditions here? See here, like in this example, if you observe here, E and T are there. So here E and T are non-terminals. Okay, so here E and T are non-terminals. And what else, what is the next thing is that ID plus, okay, and dollars. Okay, so this ID and what is that, plus, generally, because dollar by default only, so it will be there. So these are what, terminals. Okay, so what is the first step in this one? The first step says that if you're going from one state to another state on terminal means if you're using ID or plus, then you have to perform shift operation. What you have to perform? Shift operation. Okay, that means here in this action, in the action state ID plus, here you need to perform shift action only. Okay, and if you go with the second step, and if a state you are going from one state to another state on a variable in the sense non-terminal. Okay, so what are the non-terminals here? E and T. So then it corresponds to go to move. That means E and T will perform in this section only. Why? Because they are the part of non-terminals. And the third step, what it says that if a state is their final item means just now I shown you what are the final, this one is final, T of ID dot, E of T dot and E of T plus E dot, these are final one, so that are used for reduce purpose. So if a state contains the final items in that particular row, then you have to perform reduce node completely. That means here reduce, if even if it is performing by plus, you have to reduce, you have to use reduce operation in ID plus as well as in dollar. Okay, anyhow I'll show you that how we are performing parsing table. Now what is the thing is that first you have to go with I0. From I0 to I1, what you are doing, what are you doing here? I0 to I1, with the help of E you are going to the first state. So that means you are writing what? 1 here. I0 to I1 with the help of whom? E. Similarly, I0 to, we are going to I2 with the help of T. So you are going to with the help of T, where you are going to the second state. Okay, now again what is there from I0? What is left? I0, it is going to I3 with the help of ID, right? With the help of ID. With the help of ID in the sense here you have to use. So I0 to where? It is going to third state. So what I have to use? Shift operation, I just said you just now, right? First point. So instead of writing 3, I am writing S3 here, because I am using shift to third state. Because it is performing shift operation, it is moving to third state, S3. Now similarly, I0 part has been completed. Next comes to I1. I1 nothing is there, right? Because this is the final one, but it is not the actual one. So we need to leave this one, because it will not use for reduce action. Next comes to I2. When coming to I2, I2 is where it is going? It is going to I4. Okay, where it is going? It is going to I4. Okay, and where when it is going to I4, with the help of which symbol? Plus. So here I2 plus. So what I am writing here? It is going to fourth state with the help of plus. So S4 I am writing here. Okay, and next is, yes, that now we have completed I2. Then what is left here? I3. I3 is the final state, so it is not going anywhere. It is just receiving from all the states. But if you come to I4, I4 it is going to I2 with the help of T, and it is going to I3 with the help of ID. Okay, so with the help of ID it is going to I3. So with the help of ID, so I can write here S4. Yes, can I write here where it is going? Which state it is going? Third state it is going, right? Yeah, it is going to I3. I4 to I3 with the help of ID. So I'm writing here S3. And also it is going where? It is going with the help of E, it is going to I5, and with the help of T it is going to I2. So here what I am writing here, 5 here, fifth state, and here I am writing second state. Okay, now what are left over now? This first state I1. In this I1, E dash of E dot, as you know, this is the final state, but one more thing, this is, you are reaching to the start symbol. So start symbol means bottom of parser, right? So you have to use which condition, which action you have to use? Accept, and that has to be taken in dollar. So I am writing here accept here. Okay, similarly next is what are the reduce operations? There are 3 reduce operations. Okay, so here, yeah, we have to use, if you go with I5, you can get E of T plus E dot. T of E plus E dot means which action it is? 1. Okay, so in which state it is? In which state? I5. So here in I5, can I write R1? Yes, I can write R1, and I have to write everywhere. This is about LR0. That's very important to understand. R1 I am writing everywhere. Okay, now what is the next thing is that, what is the another final state? This is my another final state. What is that? E of T dot. Okay, this is my final, because it is used for reduce. E of T dot. So E of T dot means what is the number of production? Second. So number of production, so where it is going? In I4. So in I4, no, you have to, E of T dot is there, it will be which, in which state? I2. Okay, so I2 means, and which production it is? 2. So I should write R2 everywhere. Here I am writing R2. Here also R2 is there, so I am writing R2 here, as well as I am writing R2 here. And what is final one? Final one is this one, T of ID dot. So which state it is? I3. Okay, in I3. So which number it is? R3. So I am writing R3, R3, R3. Now this is your LR of 0 parsing table. Now with this, can you say that this is LR of 0? No. Why? Because there is a problem in this one. Because if the condition is that, if here there is one conflict, what is that? Shift reduce conflict is there. Here in this box, what happens? Shift operation is also there, reduce operation is also there. So because of that, as there is a conflict, so that's why the given grammar is not LR of 0. So that's why you can refer this point. The given grammar is not LR of 0 because there is a shift reduce conflict here. Okay, so this to little bit extent can be overcome by the next parsing method, which is SLR of 1 parsing method. Not completely, but to some extent. That is the disadvantage of LR of 0, because what happened is that in LR of 0, R1 is there. For example, you are taking R1 in every action, R2 you are taking in every action, R3 you are taking in every action. But in SLR of 1, that's not the case. SLR of 1 will perform, that means it will take less number of states, and as it takes less number of states in SLR of 1 parsing, so because of that this type of conflicts can be reduces. I'm not saying that it will be completely avoided, but it can be get reduces. That's why in terms of efficiency also I said LR of 0 is the least one, whereas SLR of 1 is the comparatively better than LR of 0. So that's why now we need to learn about SLR of 1 parsing. This is what the next topic here. So for this question, what you can say that the given grammar is not LR of 0 parsing. Okay, it's not satisfying the LR of 0 parser because there is a conflict which is shift reduce conflict. Okay, this is the example of that one. Now going to the next topic, which is SLR of 1 parsing. What is this? S represents for simple. S represents for simple LR parsing. And this is very important. The point is that it is same as like as LR of 0 parsing. Okay, all the steps, I mean what the steps which you have performed here, all the steps will be the same in SLR 1 as well. Only the difference lies in the third step. Only the difference lies in the third step. What happens in the third step is, in the third step the problem in the what happens in the third step is, as you know, in LR of 0 more number of states are there, but in SLR of 1 parsing table it doesn't have that many states. The states can get reduced. Because of that there is a reduced way of having conflicts. Okay, and remember SLR of 1 parsing table and LR of 0 parsing uses same canonical collection of LR of 0 items. That means the second step 2A to first step, in second step first step, which is as like as the same as we perform in LR of 0 parsing. Okay, but what is that the difference here is, that's very important, that it reduces the moves. How it reduces, that is very important. It reduces because one thing have you observed here, it is showing SLR of 1, LR of 0 previously 0 means there is look ahead symbol is 0, but in SLR of 1 indicates that it uses look ahead symbol 1 look ahead symbol it uses. So because it uses 1 look ahead symbol, so what happens is that how it uses, with the help of follow sets. Okay, that is very important here. Follow sets means it perform follow operations while performing reduce action. So because of that, not all the states will be get perform reduce action, some of the states will perform. Because of that, what happens, the conflicts get reduces. Okay, so that's why I said you in SLR of 1 parsing the first step is as like as that, the second step is also as like as the previous LR of 0, even the 2B also, but only the third step will be get varied. Okay, and you can have the same stack implementation and you can draw the parse tree also. Okay, so that is why the difference is actually in the parsing table. That is only you need to remember, because it uses look ahead symbol with the help of performing follow set operation. So now we will be taking one example and we need to verify whether the given grammar is SLR of 1 or not. So I'm taking the same example which I have taken for LR of 0 item. So the same example, right? This is example which I have taken. Okay. Now I'm using the same example and I'm verifying that still, yeah, this example is not LR of 0 grammar, but it doesn't mean that it is not SLR of 1. We need to verify it. We need to check that. So I'm using the same grammar here. So that's why I'm not redrawing again the same diagram here. I'm using the same canonical collection for SLR of 1 parsing as well. So the same canonical form I'm using for for SLR of 1 parsing example. Okay. So this is the example. So the same step it will be followed, such as you need to augment the grammar, and how you are augmenting, you know, right? So this is the step 1, and step 2 is the same step which I have did just now. The same step you have to perform, because the canonical collection of LR of 0 items is same for both of the grammar. That is why what is the thing here is that SLR of 1 and LR of 0 parsing both come under LR of 0 items. Both of these parsing techniques comes under LR of 0 items. Why? Because both of them uses the same canonical collection of LR of 0 items. So because of that only it has to be performed. And you need to perform the same number production here, which that means this is the first production, this is the second, and this is the third production. But the difference is in the SLR of 1 parsing table. So we need to keep more and more concentration on this one, because by this only the variation will come in both of the parsing mechanism. What is the first step is that the first step says that if a state I, that means like one state, if it is going from one state to another state, something ij on a terminal. So terminal in the sense here, which terminal here? Same thing. What are the terminals? What are the terminals I'm using here? ID, right? And I'm using plus. So when I'm changing a state from one state to another state on ID or on plus, then I have to perform which operation? Shift operation. Okay. So this first step is as like as the step which we have performed in LR of 0 parsing. Same method, same step. Okay. Next comes to the second step. What is the second step? Says that if one state is there such as II is going to another state such as ij on a variable. So variable in the sense here non-terminal. So what are the non-terminals here? The same example means E and T. So when it perform on E and T, so what you have to perform? You have to perform go to operation. Okay. So this step is also same as like as of LR of 0, but the main thing is in the third step. The third step will not be the same as like as LR of 0. There is a variation in the third step. What is that here is that because third step always looks for the final item, such as this is an example of final item. How can you say that it is final item? Because after dot nothing, there is no symbol, there is no terminal, there is no non-terminal, right? That's why this is their final item. So whenever the third state value goes with final item, I mean which has no transition to the next state, then you are using this for which production? Reduce production. But when you are using for reduce production, it doesn't mean that you are using reduce operation in all the actions. See in this example, if you observe carefully in LR of 0, you are using R2 here also, you are using R2 here also, you are using R2 here also. In the same way in I3 you are using R3, R3, R3. Here also you are using R1, R1, R1. Completely you are using. But that is not the case with SLR of 1. In SLR of 1, okay, the follow operation will decide that in which action in which box you have to take this reduce operation. So that is the difference here. Okay, so how can you know? Why? Because for example, if this is your final item, then the left hand side, okay, this symbol A, you have to perform follow of A, okay, and the follow of A, and what you have to do is, and the terminal to whom which it follows, for that only we need to perform reduce operation. Okay, again I am repeating the same point, that's very important. For example, if this is my final item, that is A of AB dot, now what I have to do is that I have to perform follow of A such that, for example, follow of A will follow terminal. For example, in ID plus dollar is there, 3 are there. For example, it just follows ID only, it performs just on ID only, this follow of A. So you have to use reduce operation on ID only, you shouldn't use for plus and you shouldn't use for dollar. That means you are decreasing the number of states, and because of that conflicts will get reduces, conflicts gets reduces. That's a very important point which you need to know. Okay, now for this, first we need to find out the follow operation. So here if you see this example, if you see this example, what is the follow, I mean what are the what are the non-terminals here? No, the non-terminals are E and T. Okay, so what is the follow of T? What is the follow of T? If you compare follow of T, after T which is there, plus is there. In this production T will be followed by plus. Okay, plus will be followed by T, and again after this in the third production after D nothing is there. When if nothing is there, so again it goes to E, follow of E. So follow of E, as follow of E is a start symbol. I said you when I explained you the follow set, for start symbol, because E again goes to E dash, so start symbol, the follow, the follow will be the dollar. Okay, so here what I am writing here is that, here I am writing this follow of T is plus comma dollar. This is very important because by this only we can come to know. And what is the next is there? E is there. So follow of E. So E is the start symbol. I mean E, if you want to reduce E, then you will get E dot, E dash. So E dash means start symbol. So what will be the follow of E start symbol? It will be dollar. So that's why I'm writing follow of E as dollar. Okay, now using this two, you have to perform the reduce action. Now the same thing you have to perform. Okay, in shift operation you have to perform as like as that only. So like here you are using shift operation S3, and the same thing 1 2. Okay, and here what else is there? Here also shift is there, right? Where it is? Yes, in, yeah, here only S4, and again where we have performed S4 is there. So what I'm just considering is, because the shift operation and the go to operation are as like as the LR of 0, so I'm taking the same thing. Okay, in go to 1 2 is there, in for I0, and in I4 it is phi 2. So in I0, in I4 it is phi 2. So I'm writing here as in 5 and I'm writing here as 2. Okay, and what are the shift operation which are left still? Any shift operation is left? Yes, it is left in I4 for ID S3. Okay, so here I'm writing for S3. So the shift operation S3, S3, S4 and go to operation is the same, and accept will also be the same. So I'm just writing accept also. But now the reduce will not be the same. The changes will be in the third step. That's why I said this third step is only the state where the changes are there when you compare with LR of 0 and SLR of 1. So now what you have to do is that if you compare the diagram, so this is my in I5 E of t plus E dot. Okay, this is my final state E of t plus dot. Now for I have to use follow of E. So what is follow of E? And E of t plus E dot is for number 1. Okay, so follow of E. So for follow of E, so for follow of E is dollar. Okay, for follow of E is dollar. So now what I have to take R1, I have to take R1 here only. Why? Because you can observe here. E of t plus E dot I5. Okay, it is in I5. Remember I5. And E of t plus E dot is first production. So R1. R1 in I5. And where follow of E only. So follow of E. So what should I take? R1 here only I am taking. So now you got the difference, right? Previously I have taken R1 here also in LR of 0, but here I am just taking R1 here only, right? Okay, so in this way you are taking. Now what is the next final state? The next final state is E of this one, E of t dot, E of t dot. So this is there in I2, this is there in I2. So here it is there in I2, and here E of t dot. E of t dot means here this is R2. R2 in I2. Okay, R2 in I2, and you have to perform follow of E only. Why follow of E? Because this is the final state. So the left hand side, what is there? E is there. So I need to perform follow of E. So here I am performing follow of E. So here what I am writing here is that I am writing R2 here only. So I am not writing R2 here also. I am not writing R2 here also. I am just writing where? Here only. Because follow of E is just dollar. So R2 is here, R1 is here. Now what is left over? R3 is left over. So we need to verify where this will come. Yes, T of ID dot. It is there in I3, and the production number is also 3. Okay, so that means R3. So I have to take follow of T, right? Because this is my final item, T of T, right? So follow of T. So for follow of T, where which symbol it is followed? Plus and dollar. So what I have to do is that I have to take R3 in plus as well as in dollar. I'm not taking here. Okay, so this is how we have created a parsing table, which is a SLR of one parsing table. Now one thing what you have observed, that this grammar is SLR of 1. Why? Because there is no conflict here. Previously there was a conflict in this one. Here there was a conflict, that is shift and reduce. Shift reduce conflict was there, but in SLR of 1 parsing there is no shift reduce conflict. Only shift is there and reduce is there. So you have decreased the number of reduce actions. So because of that there is no conflict, and by that way you can say that the given grammar is SLR of one grammar. Okay, so in this way, what you can say that if any grammar is not LR of 0, it doesn't mean that it is SLR of 1. It doesn't mean that it is not also SLR of 1. We have to check it. Okay, in examination, if they may ask you that prove that the given grammar is LR of 0, then you have to take in that way. Or else if they'll ask you SLR of 1 or not, then you have to do accordingly. So this is regarding SLR of 1 parser. Okay, so hope you got this. Okay, with this I'll conclude this session. Thank you.